Hello, TalkRandom Podcast viewers. Welcome to our first video. It's here, your host, Raphael, and with me is
Kasim.
the co-host. So as you can
Yep.
see from the title and just our podcast theme in general, we're going to be talking about some random stuff. So anything you want to add, Kasim?
Nothing. I guess we could just go straight to it.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly share my screen. And as you can see here, we've got a fortune wheel and we've got all the topics we might be discussing today, but we're only going to be discussing 5 of those, and whatever we don't discuss might wash over to the next episode or not. So comment down below which ones you hope are going to land on, and let's get on with it. So
And
let's
wait,
see what the first thing is.
Comment down below ideas we could do on the next video. So
yeah.
just comment down below
Good idea.
what you want us to do in our next podcast, actually, a video.
Okay, so the first one is
I think Q&A or what is it? Yeah, it's Q&A.
so for this we could just do like an interview based one. So Kasim, if you just ask me a question about me and I'll ask one about you, and obviously we both answer the questions we ask. So yeah, if you want
Wait,
to.
where it originated from?
So I was born in Brasilia, in Brazil. When I was 5, I moved to Rio because that's where most of my family was. And then when I was 11, I moved to England because my dad's English, so half my family was there as well. So yeah, I'm really a mix of lots of places, but mainly Brazil and England. Yeah, that's where I'm from. What about you, Kasim?
I'm originated from Angola, Luanda, Angola. I've been here my whole life, honestly. Traveled a few times, but yeah, mainly I just come from Angola. I also go to Pakistan a lot because my dad is Pakistani, so I go there a lot and see family there. But basically, yeah.
Good question. All right. So my question is going to be, what sports do you like, or what hobbies?
I don't know. My whole life, I've always been changing and liking various amount of sports. I first off loved soccer, then went into volleyball, hockey. I don't know, for some reason it was a small time period in which I liked hockey, but that's because only ASA. But then after that, I wasn't really into that anymore. But afterwards, I just kept doing volleyball, and then it's in our school about basketball, which also made me like basketball more. I don't know, it's a mess. But right now, my favorite sport is CrossFit. It's just exercising, which is my favorite sport right now. But yeah, my whole life I've been changing, and yeah, hobby actually. I like building stuff and fixing, which is, yeah, I just like building and fixing. Yeah, pretty much a hobby, I guess.
On that topic,
What about you?
stuff. Because my granddad in England, he used to work as a tiler. He has lots of wood tools. Well, they're not exactly meant for wood, but you can use them. And so I used to build lots of stuff with those wood tools. So yeah, I was really into building stuff.
So are made out of.
Yeah, out of wood. Maybe on an episode I could show. I used to build like puzzles, like box puzzles. It was pretty cool, but yeah.
Your tools were made out of wood.
No. The tools were made for wood, like wood cutting and.
Oh, I was like, not exactly wood tools. Like, it's like they don't have enough force or like structure to be able to like really fix stuff. Yeah, I was like a little okay. So they're for not wood. Okay,
Yeah,
I understand. Yeah.
for wood. Okay.
Okay, for wood.
So a sport I like is well, like Kasim said, I've also always been like mixing matching. I think my 2 main sports are football, which I did for a really long time in Brazil, and volleyball, which I did in England and I'm doing here now in Angola. So obviously you guys don't know yet, but me and Kasim are both living in Angola at the moment. I'm staying in an embassy, so which is why I'm here. But yeah, so in the school I go to now, I used to play a lot of volleyball, and I hope to continue with that once we go back to school.
Okay,
Right.
just so when you said you did a lot of soccer in Brazil, is it like true that in Brazil soccer is like the most common thing you can see everywhere, or no?
I think
So there's like soccer everywhere.
I think soccer in Brazil is a lot more overrated than people give it credit, too much credit. There isn't like, you don't go walking down the street and there's like 50 people playing football. It's like you would see it if there's a football stadium, you would see people playing football, or even on the road if there's like a little, some goals. But people don't just play it like everywhere, and most people don't even like football. I think the main thing is that like all my friends, like every single one, wanted to be a footballer when they were kids. So we all played a lot of football as kids, but not on the road or anything like that. So it's not everywhere. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your question?
It's not. Okay. What kind of like games? Do you like games like online or like console?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what
So I'm
kind
not
of game?
too into games, but I do have like a PlayStation 3 and the Xbox One X or S, I don't know. But other than that, I also played a lot of DS when I was a kid, as I'm sure many of you have. I think some of my favorite games were GTA, which I think Kasim is also a favorite of his. So I played a lot of GTA 5. I played a little bit of Fortnite, I'm ashamed to say. I'm just kidding, but yeah, I used to play quite a bit of Fortnite when it came out. But yeah, other than those two, I don't really play video games too much. But yeah, so what about you, Kasim?
Well, as you said before, Grand Theft Auto 5. I tried to do, because like I already completed the story mode, but I'm trying to like, but like I changed console, so I kind of just gave up on finishing the story mode on my new console, so I just went straight to online. So definitely Grand Theft Auto 5. Started playing a lot of Fall Guys. Kind of got addicted to it. When it came out, I was not unable to play it like first, like when it really came out. But like afterwards, when I was able to get it, I was addicted, and yeah, I do play Fortnite sometime. And the reason why I like these kind of games is because there's goals. There are goals, you know, like you get stuff for doing stuff, you know, like in GTA you do missions and you get money. In Fall Guys you do I don't know, games, races, and you get kudos. Fortnite you do and you get battle pass. So a lot of people ask me like, why don't I play FIFA 20 or FIFA 21 or FIFA in general? It's just because you don't get a lot from it. You know, you just play, but you don't get anything in reward. Yeah, but I do play sometimes FIFA, but I used to play a lot. I was not addicted, but I used to play a lot. But now I just kind of gave up on it because there's not really rewards to what you really do. So to your time, there isn't really reward to the amount of time you waste. But yeah, mainly those three: Grand Theft Auto, Fall Guys, and Fortnite.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So moving on to my next question, if we can do one more. Have you ever met somebody famous?
Oh yeah. Probably not famous to a lot of people, but so in Angola we have a lot of famous people, like Anselmo Ralph. No, I haven't met him, but I met Matias Damasio, Yola Smedo, Nero Americano e Scrocky Kuya. Those are the Angola guys. And Preto Show. Do you know them?
I definitely met Nero, what was his name?
In the party.
Yeah, at that
Nero
party.
Americano and Yola Smedo. But you didn't really meet. But yeah, we saw them.
Yeah.
And yeah, out of Angola, what's his name? Akshay Kumar. So he's like a Indian, I'm not sure, Indian / Pakistan, not sure. But like Bollywood actor, really big. One of my I really liked him a lot when I was a kid, when I used to watch a lot of Bollywood movies. But yeah, I stopped for some reason, I don't know why, but I met him on the airport in Dubai when we were like traveling, and it was really cool. I didn't expect him. I didn't even expect him to find him, so it was interesting to see him. And he had like a not weird style, but like he had a style where his left used pants, those like pants, you know, them things. So like on the left, like he would pull it up to his knee, and hit on the right. Yeah, it was weird. But like after I saw him, I just copied his style and did that as well. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that as well. Okay, so I'm Akshay Kumar and I'm like him, and I just thought it was really cool back then. But yeah, it's kind of weird, but still, it was a good. It was interesting meeting him because like I had to ask the waiter to like, oh my god, that's him. Can I go meet him? And I was like, I don't know if he wants to. And then he went to ask because like I knew the waiter kind of. So I used to see him a lot of traveling. But yeah, I asked him, and yeah, I got to meet him. I guess it was very fun back then. It would still be fun today, but still. What about you?
So I've met a couple of famous people as well. So we both met one of the first people you mentioned, which we already talked about. I also met Gato Belático, which many of you might not know because he's from Brazil. But he's quite famous there. He's got like 10 million subscribers, I think, on YouTube. I used to watch a lot of his videos. Yeah, he's growing fast. I used to watch a lot of his videos. He did like animations, meaning he didn't post a lot. And then he transitioned more into posting like once a day now and doing more reaction kind of based videos, which I didn't like as much, so I stopped watching him. But it was still cool when I met him. I met him while I still liked his videos. So that was really cool. Go check the picture I have with him on my Instagram. I'll put it down below, and Kasim's as well. Another famous person I met, which you'll probably all know, was Prince Harry. Because as I said before, I'm living in an embassy, and he came to the embassy to visit when he was traveling around Africa. Because as we said, we're in Angola, and just a while back he did a trip around here, and he came to stay at the embassy. So it was really cool meeting him. One of the things I remember most was that he shook my hand, and his hand was quite lotioned. I don't know why I remember that, but yeah, he put like some lotion in his hand, and it smelled something. But yeah,
I didn't want you to die.
But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Actually, now that you remember Harry, I was like, when I asked you back your question. I only thought you were gonna say about Gato Galáctico. I completely forgot about Prince Harry. You're sick, bro. The fact that he had, and the fact that he came to Africa, I never thought about that actually.
Yeah, the chances of me meeting him was so slim. Everything had to be like perfect.
They're from the embassy, right? So, I mean, there was definitely a chance.
Yeah.
Probability, not very high, but still a probability that it could happen. But yeah.
Yeah, but like the chance.
That's interesting.
Being like even coming to Angola, because like 3 years ago I did not expect to be here, in Africa.
Angola, a lot of countries in Africa he could have gone to.
Yeah, and I
he came to Angola.
Yeah, exactly. And I could have gone to any country in Africa. Like.
Now that I think about it, yeah, that's
quite cool. But yeah.
Probability actually really. Wait, is it true that he doesn't want to be like king or?
Yeah, so he's resigned. He's resigned like his powers, or his grabs to the crown, I think is the best way to put it. But he's still, I think, like Duke. So he's got like, so basically now he's just really rich and has no job. And he's also married to Megan, I think that's her name, who was on Suits. Well, kind of good series.
Oh yeah, I was actually asking that because I've been watching Suits for a while, and everybody that's been telling me like that's her. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
Okay, I was like, okay, that's interesting. Wait, so when she kisses the guy, what's his name?
I know.
The
I
guy.
Think about that.
You know?
I'll play the scene now for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does Prince Harry feel about that?
Yeah, I always think about that. Like he must just
like,
watch it and just be like.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next round. To the next topic. Right. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, so let's see what the next segment is going to be about. Let's see. Okay, so if we have like any recommendation for music, shows or books, so like TV shows, anything like that.
So I'll start off. Music. I've been listening to a lot of rap these days. Like Lil Baby, The Baby. don't know. I'm singers, but I know like a lot of songs. I don't know. I've been really into that.
Sorry, guys. Alexa, stop. Choose another one. All right, ready? Okay. Let's see what it lands on. So this is the third segment, guys. Interesting one. School, right? Okay. So I'll start on this one. So school, me and Kasim, of course, go both to the same school. We go to LIS, which stands for Luanda International School, in Angola, of course. So it's an IB school, and it's my first time studying at an IB. So I've been there for, I think, like a year, maybe 2 now, but somewhere in between there. So from what I've gathered, like comparing the GCSE system in England to the IB system here, I think the IB is a lot better because you have a lot more space for creativity, and it's not like just about consuming as much knowledge as you can and then just spitting it out onto a piece of paper for like 2 days, and then just forgetting all of that so that you can get more knowledge for the next test. It's more about like gathering like actual like useful knowledge, seeing where that can be applied in the real world, and then putting that on a piece of paper and showing the teacher that you know how that can be used. And then you're not forgetting that later because you know you can use it and that it can be useful. There's also a lot more space for like creativity, and especially I quite like science. So when you're doing your own tests, like there's like, rather than the teacher just giving you one experiment, they might give you like a list so that you can choose what you're more into, make your own experiment and stuff like that. So yeah, I think the IB system is a lot better. But yeah, Kasim, if you want to give your opinions on it.
Just gonna start off by saying I've been in school for math 1, 2, 5. Let's say 5 years, I think. Where you're let's say 4 years. I've been in school for 4 years, and I mean it's pretty much the same thing as just Kafa said. But yeah, you have like 8 classes, but plus 2 with services action and personal project. So make it, I guess, 10 if we include those. There definitely are a lot of classes in this, but I guess they are all quite important in their different way. But yeah, there's still a lot, and so these times we've been obviously doing online because we're unable to go to physical school because of the lack of staff, teachers in the school. Meaning, but yeah, I'm gonna be going back to school eventually. Now, a lot of people are saying that they really like online, but I personally don't think so. I'd rather be physical when I have the teacher's attention and I can communicate with them, and really, because it's easier, you know. I don't know, I just feel like it's better to like be physical than online, but still a lot of people like it, and I don't judge them. It's their opinion, but yeah.
Good, because I quite like online. So to be honest, I prefer online a lot more. Because I think it feels a lot like less work, and also, as I said before, I like to wake up early, and the teacher's supposed to work at 8 a.m., which isn't exactly like too early, but it's good enough that I can like at 8 a.m. I can just start working, and like if I work like really hard, not stopping, I can be done in like 3 hours instead of 6, which is what we normally go to school for, and then I've just got to do the rest of the Zoom meetings. So I quite like that if I just occupy like 3 hours in the morning, then I've got the rest of the day free. So yeah, I quite like that aspect of it, and not having to like be there in school, because then no matter how like hard you work or how fast, you're still going to be there for the same amount of time. But yeah.
But like, I also think when we go back to school, we're going to be there for like 4 hours, so it's also going to decrease the amount of time that we, because we're not gonna have break or lunch. Or even ASA, so we're gonna be in school for 4 hours, and it's just gonna be like straight work, so no break, just straight up work, non-stop hours, which is definitely gonna be tough now that I think about it, and I'm starting to regret my choices of liking physical. When I meant I like the physical before, you know, when we had the break and the lunch and the ASAs, I liked that physical. It was good. Though we could move, we had time to relax. But now this physical that's coming up, definitely, I regret saying that I don't really like physical, but still, we're gonna be ready for what's coming, and we can never. I mean, what would be the thing I could say? There's always gonna be a challenge up front of you, so it's just a matter of being able to overcome. So, yeah.
Okay. And anything you want to comment on, like the social side of school?
Social side is definitely very good. Teachers and students connect. I guess I would say that they can connect really well. I mean, some teachers are unable, but still, the teachers were very nice and very understanding of the situation. Like, help the students a lot, and they're just really nice in general. And I really appreciate those teachers that are working. I also appreciate the ones that aren't so nice, because they're still, I guess, they have their own problems in their life, but still, yeah. But other than that, and students, I guess there's a border around students. There's definitely a lot of groups, but still, I still think everybody, when the time comes, everybody can be very nice to each other and very accepting of each other when the time comes. But there's definitely different groups between people. But yeah.
Yeah, I think like in most schools, our school has like as well a lot of like individual groups. So there's the cool kids, the not so cool kids, but it's more like just like they're not divided by race or like religion or anything like that, which is cool. Yeah. It's more just about like what you like, and and like also a little bit of what languages you speak. So for example, me and Kasim speak Portuguese, and of course we're like great friends, but that's also because you're in more classes together and stuff like that. And yeah, other than that, yeah, school's really cool on the social side.
Actually made me think when you said we don't divide. That is true. And the things we have about, what is it? Is it like, yeah, we have 34 different nationalities in the.
Yeah.
So different, like, people from different places, which is very interesting, and I think for a school, especially in Africa, I guess would be very interesting to have 34 different nationalities. Yeah, out of like what, 306, 100, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But still, it's very cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also,
we do have a lot of it.
Sorry.
What?
Another thing I like about our
we do
school.
have a lot of.
Sorry, go on, Kasim, go on.
So we have a lot of ASAs in the school that really help us, like before, back in the time. I'm talking like I'm very old. But yeah, some time ago, we would have ASAs like after school that would really help us. We'd have a whole bunch of different options you could choose from, which is very good to get different options, and maybe you can create your own activity. So the school really helps you explore creativity and really lets you do what you need and make you ready for the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go on.
I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. Whatever. Let's move on to the next segment.
Wait, quote of the day.
Quote of the day. Okay, so my quote for you guys is "Grow like bamboo." I actually have to see who that's by. But what that means is basically bamboo. People actually think it grows really fast, and that's actually a lie. It does grow really fast, but it takes just as long as other trees. Because once you plant it from the seed into the ground, it takes about 4 years inside the ground, just spreading its roots before it sprouts. And then once it sprouts, like in a couple of months, it is as tall as a tree that's taken like 7 years to grow. So yeah, it does take like really a couple of years to actually grow. But all of those years are spent inside the ground, and then only like a tiny fragment of it is growing. So what that means for you is like, if you're going to open a business or in that context or something like that, you're going to spend like a really long time. Like the biggest part is not opening the business, but like researching, preparing, gathering like lots of things and putting it together. And so you spend years doing that, and then only like a fraction of that are you actually spending on opening the business and then managing it. And then from then on, it's like smooth sailing because you've set out your roots. So wow. So yeah, Kasim, if you want to give a quote.
My quote of the day for you guys is, open quotation marks. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Marks by Dolly Parton. Meaning, if you want to see the rainbow, you want to see success, or you want to be successful, and you want to achieve something in your life, you gotta put up with the rain. Meaning, you gotta put up with all the challenges that come facing to you, and just gotta put them up and overcome them to achieve whatever your goal is and be successful in life. But yeah, with all the challenges facing, pretty much that's it.
Okay, so now let's just move on to the next segment. If I can share my screen. Okay, so let's spin and see. And yeah. Gaming. Well, we've already talked about that in Q&A. If you want to move on if we want to do another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Black Ops something just came out, so just, I guess, gaming thing. The new Black Ops game just came out, so you should check that out. You guys, I guess,
Okay, that's a good one. All right.
That's interesting. I remember when me and Rafa were trying to make a bucket list of fun and random things we would like to do in the future. I don't think we actually got that, but I think we're gonna still do it.
Yeah. So if I can share my screen really quickly. So before I went to Casino with the idea of making like a bucket list for us stuff to do, I already had like my own one. So if I can just share my screen, it's got like quite a lot of stuff. It's got like 100 and something. But if I can just share some of those, that would be pretty cool. I was actually thinking of starting a YouTube channel with me just completing these. And some of them I put at the top, which is the most unrealistic ones. So like go to space. But yeah. And then the ones in bold are the ones I can do while in quarantine. And of course you can do it too. So we've got read 7 books in 7 days. So the ones that are ticked are the ones I've done. So go on safari I've done. Learn one song really well on the guitar. So obviously you didn't know, but I play acoustic guitar. Shave my one eyebrow. So that we could do a special segment on that one day of just us shaving an eyebrow.
Post something to if we hit 1,000 subs, would you do it?
I would shave my head for 1,000 subs. I would shave my head.
If we shave your head.
Yes.
Your head? No, wait. Okay, let me just calculate. Yeah, that's a good one because it's gonna be hard, but still. No, not your head. Just wanna.
No. I'll shave my head.
Now your head could be like.
Subs. For 100 subs, I'll shave my head, bro.
Bro, no, don't do that. 1,000 subs. No, don't, bro. Don't be mad. You actually. So for 1,000 subs, he's gonna shave not your hair, just your eyebrows, left or right eyebrow, both or even I don't know. He's gonna shave an eyebrow when we hit 1,000 subs. So you better share the video or subscribe. Guys, subscribe. You guys want to see him without an eyebrow? I always wanted to see that in person. Definitely gonna be weird, but still interesting. So definitely subscribe.
Freud. It's not a really good series to be honest, which is why I didn't recommend it. But the weird girl on it, I forgot her name now. But she shaves her eyebrows and she looks like super weird when she turns into a demon. And I feel like that's what I'm gonna look like. I'll put an image on the screen. It's not scary, it's just weird. But yeah, anyways. So as you can see, there's some like cool stuff which like most people do. So like see Mount Fuji. But then again, there's like some weirder ones like stay in the wild for a long period of time. So I was thinking like I could just like go into a forest with nothing, just clothes and maybe a bottle of water, and just like try to survive for like a month or something. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll start like a YouTube channel on completing these things if I ever get there. But yeah, as you can see, I've got like quite a long bucket list. Yeah.
I don't have a bucket list at all, honestly.
But surely there's some things off the top of your head you definitely want to do before you kick the bucket?
Honestly, I get my driver's license. Like thing stuff is skydiving, scuba diving, sandboarding. I've always wanted to try that. You've done it, right? Yeah, you've done it.
I've done that. It wasn't that good. It was a bit slow, but yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was really fun. Just a bit slow.
I'll try that out. Something interesting. I don't know. I've already. I mean, you guys don't know me, but I've already done a lot of crazy stuff, right? Yeah, I've done. Yeah. I guess I've done a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know. Honestly, like getting a. I don't know. I've never thought like I would be so uninteresting, like of ideas, and I swear, my whole life I've always knew like what stupid things I would like to do next, and now it's just sad because of Corona. It like ruined my brain and it's just messed up. But yeah, definitely scuba diving and skydiving. Those are my main two. Otherwise, I'm not really sure.
Great, yeah. If you guys have any bucket list ideas or things in your bucket list, of course, put them down in the comments so we can know about it, and maybe add it to ours. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. If you want, like, comment down below if you would like to for us to make a channel, just completing things you put in the comments, like just you guys put in the comments, and then we make a huge list. Maybe we could add some of Rafa's so he can complete his as well, and then we just like complete all of the stuff. Yeah, like Rafa's. Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to the next segment. Let me just share my screen, and let's see what's next.
I'm not sure, but I think this might be the final one. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the last one. Holiday. Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
Holidays. My holidays, honestly, pretty boring. Didn't do much. I mean, I'm not sure. Nah, that would be Shoutout. I started something applying, just playing games and stuff. Like I really liked it. It's something I've been trying to do. And I've got into like not really work, but a community. Yeah, I've got into YouTube a lot. Pretty much that's it. Yeah, I've got into YouTube a lot during the holidays. Started trying out like doing like videos as you guys are seeing right now. As well as just I play it a lot. It's like I love games, which is I guess it's good for me. I like, but mainly that's pretty much it. I didn't do much of my holiday, honestly.
Okay. Do you want to talk about like any special holidays you had like in your lifetime?
Okay. So the best holiday I've ever had was when I went to Dubai, summer I think. And I did a bunch of stuff. I went jet skiing on the water was so good. It was very warm. It was very relaxing. Just jet skiing. I was able to throw water into people. It was really fun. It's kind of mean, but still was fun. Quad, like riding a quad in the desert. The desert. Yeah, I went to Ferrari World. That has the fastest roller coaster in the world. That goes like 300 or 500 kilometers per hour. Either one. I think it's 300 because 500 would just be killer. I have photos actually. I went to the Dolphin Bay as well in Dubai, where I swam with dolphins. I went to the water park and went on that slide. Really fun. And that was pretty much the best thing I've done. Honestly, it was very fun. My best holiday ever, and just amazing.
Nice. So I've been like quite a few places. I think like some of the best ones that I remember off the top of my head. I went to Morocco, which was really, really nice. We went camel riding. That's where I did sandboarding. We also saw like it was completely different culture because that was our first time in Africa, me and my family. So that was really, really cool. I think also just like the holiday that's just been, I went to like the second biggest waterfall in Africa. If you go check out my Instagram, it's still down below. That was like my last post. And yeah, I think like that was so cool. Like you had a really close connection with the staff. Like they just took you on this little trail all the way down to the bottom of the waterfall, in a river. Like that had a bunch of crocodiles. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get to see many, but it was still pretty cool. Especially like how all the waterfall like blows on your face. But then we went back and we went all the way to the top, which was like even cooler. And that's the picture on my Instagram, because there's this like little rock that stands like over the waterfall, and then the waterfall's just falling, and you can stand right at the edge of that, and there's a rock behind you, and you can just grab onto that, and it looks like you're at the edge of the world, just like looking down on it. So yeah, that was really, really cool. You guys should definitely go visit if you ever come to Angola.
Shoot, sorry. Where is it? Just so people know.
I'll put a link to it as well in the comments, and I'll also put the name of the place here, because I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah.
Kalandula?
Yeah.
Waterfalls?
That's it.
Kalandula?
Kalandula.
Okay,
Sure.
let's go. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys. So I guess just one more, just to like get to 1 hour, you know. So it's actually considered a podcast. I think that's how it works.
All right.
Um.
So let's do one final one. I'll just share my screen. Only 3 left. And let's spin it.
Is it spin?
Yeah. Life tips. Okay. So that's a nice short one. If you have any, Kasim.
Never eat a plant that is indoors. Okay, so because usually those plants, they're sprayed, so they don't get like ruined because they're inside and have to be aesthetically pleasing. So if you eat it, you're gonna feel really bad, and your throat is gonna be really itchy, and it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. So yeah, don't eat plants that are indoors. Trust me, personal experience. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. My tip is, if you want more Instagram followers, you can just go to like your recommended, and if you follow all those people, and then like a good like 5-10% will follow you back. And yeah, that's like my tip.
All the people that didn't follow you.
Yeah, and then you just unfollow them and then follow a bunch of other recommend. Yeah, that's my tip. It's pretty good. It worked for me. No, I didn't do that, but yeah. Okay, guys, and I think that wraps up our podcast for today.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe. There's a really big red button, like down. Wait, give me a sec. Down here, I'm pretty sure, or here, either one. Just down below, the big red button. Click it. Yeah, click it. Okay. Hit 1,000 subscribers so Hafa can shave his eyebrow. Yeah. Because if you don't, I can have one less eyebrow. Don't forget to leave the like. So this video is recommended to more people so they can watch and you can help the channel. Comment down below bucket list that you want us to use if you know, and other segment ideas that we can include in our next episode. Okay, so I think that's it.
Also comment like things you liked about it, the structure of our videos, and anything you'd like us to change. And yeah, thank you guys for watching then. Hope you come back next week for the next episode. And all right.
Okay, next week. But either way, stay tuned. Oh yeah, I forgot the bell. Click the bell icon so you get notified when our next episode drops in, so you can be the first one to watch and be on the next video. Okay?
Alright. So thank you guys for watching. Until next episode. Sorry, Kasim, carry on.
It's 27 degrees
Alexa.
You can expect
Stop. Okay, all good. Sorted out.